Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my channel. If you haven't seen any videos yet, it's called Electrician City. So I'm kind of documenting a few things. It's kind of like a video log slash tutorial page. But yeah, so we got a service call tonight. Yeah, I want to be an entrepreneur. They said it'll be fun. They said so. But yeah, you gotta love what you do. And that's the thing. We love it out here. Love the grind. Love the late calls. It's just all a part of the journey. It's all a part of the experience, so it's awesome. But yeah, we got a call late tonight, so it's an elder's home. We're gonna go hopefully try and get their power back on. Hopefully it doesn't cool off in the house too much before we can get it going. But yeah, we'll check in with you later. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you in a bit. Hey guys, well, after searching around, we found the problem. You can see, take a look here. Take a look right in there. You can see how that breaker's failed. Well, that's this 100 amp main. So basically what was happening was this breaker was tripping, and every time you went to turn it back on, it would just trip right away. So they weren't sure what the issue was. We found it was a problem with the main breaker, and we're able to find another breaker and replace it. The only problem with that is you end up with, if you don't have a disconnect on the outside, then you're gonna have live feeds there, so you can't really work on it live safely unless you're crazy. So you got the option to either, if there's a disconnect outside, you can shut it off, and then you can change the breaker out and replace it with a new one. Or you also have the option of calling ATCO or whoever your utility supply authority is. In this case, it's ATCO. So they can remove the meter base for you, and then they can also reseal it afterwards. So if you don't do that, then it's totally illegal. It's tampering, and you're gonna have to get a master electrician to pull a permit for you to turn your power back on. So definitely don't tamper with that on your own. But just we got the place going. See, all the lights are on again. So right on, and we'll check in with you tomorrow. Thanks. So guys, another thing we want to mention, totally forgot to bring it up, but if you have an issue with your panel and your breaker and you're calling someone out to fix it, especially in your remote locations, maybe you're going to want to pay attention to some of the writing on the breaker. You can see it's 100, that represents the amperage. It also tells you the brand there. This one says Cutler Hammer, and doesn't have any bolt in or anything like that, just pushes in. So take a note of that, and then you could explain it to your electrician or whoever's coming out to take a look at it. Because if you have a Federal Pioneer stab lock breaker or anything that's not going to match this, then you're not going to be able to fix your panel, and you can't. They're not all the same. You need to match your brand of your panel with the breaker that you're putting in it. So just so you're aware, if you have a guy coming out from a long ways and you want to make sure he brings the right parts, you can look at it yourself, and right on the breaker you could say, well, this is what I can see. Or you could even take a picture of it and send it to him. He should know right away if he's done any kind of his own electrical before. He's gonna know what kind of breaker it is that you need. And so those are some of the things you want to keep in mind, because that, at the end of the day, that depending on who's doing the work for you. But if they got to go back, drive another 40 minutes or an hour to get a part that they could have got, that's going to be more at the end of the day on your bill potentially. So just a little tip to keep in mind. And yeah, have a good night.